Hi.
Hello. Should I start sharing or should we wait for some people to join?
I don't know why Angie's in the moderation panel. Is she meant to be?
She is. Oh, we have to accept her for some reason. Here.
Accept me. Okay, there you are.
Oh no.
Oh no. Not Jess is in here. Oh God.
I just heard accept me. And then she
Oh Lordy.
Oh, there she is. I see Angie again.
Okay, I'm gonna accept. Okay.
Did somebody kick me out?
I don't know. Oh.
So funny.
Okay. Do you ladies want to get started? Are we waiting a little bit? It's still early, right? It's 4.
Yeah. What? Do we actually see people join or they're just watching the workshop?
They're just watching. There's 16 people. I don't know if
Oh, okay.
17.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll give it a few minutes.
Yeah. Should we type in the chat? Hello? Maybe someone will answer. Everybody. Hey, how'd you get a picture, Nikki? You're all set up.
Yeah, I've got a bio. I've got my LinkedIn connected.
Oh, wow.
Next time she's doing prep for everybody. You got your LinkedIn. Oh, you're on the ball, Nikki.
So add me on LinkedIn, everyone.
Okay, we're up to 21.
We'll give it a couple minutes. Maybe it'll get up to see how many we can get.
We lost somebody. We're losing interest. Maybe we should get things going.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Oh, give me a second. It's loading.
We gained the person back.
Yay! Can everyone see this? Because I can't see anybody right now.
Yeah, we can see it.
Phenomenal. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Bridget?
Okay, yeah, I'll kick it off. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Hootsuite booth. For any of you not already aware, Hootsuite is a social media management platform. We provide a modern environment for everyone from individuals to enterprise corporations to optimize their social media and online presence. Today, we have a short presentation planned for you around LinkedIn. We will talk a bit about why and how we use it as a tool for recruitment and why it can be such an important part of your career development. Our aim by the end of today's session is to have provided you with some insight for what we look for as recruiters and how you can best optimize your LinkedIn presence. So for a quick introduction, my name is Bridget and I am the talent sourcer here at Hootsuite. And today I'm joined by a few of my colleagues. Jess and Marcella will be joining us in the breakout rooms after the presentation. And I'll let the others introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Angie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Angie. I am a senior recruiter on the Hootsuite talent acquisition team.
Hi, everyone. I think I'm next. My name's Nikki. I'm an associate technical recruiter here at Hootsuite. And like I said, follow me on Twitter and LinkedIn. I'd love to connect.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. I'm Naditsa. I'm also a recruiter on the Hootsuite team, and I'm based out of Toronto. All right, back to Bridget.
Back to me. So just an overview of our presentation today. We're going to cover a few topics, including why we choose to use LinkedIn, a few things you can do to make your profile stand out, making sure you show up in recruiter searches, and tips for networking on LinkedIn. Following this, we will provide you with a link to join us in a breakout session where we will be able to answer any questions that you may have. For this first one, that's mine, why we recruiters use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a powerful tool that helps us sourcers and recruiters be effective in our jobs. We use LinkedIn to find candidates to fill difficult roles, to engage with individuals who are actively searching for jobs, and also to initiate conversations with people who maybe aren't job hunting right now. Having proactive conversations with potential candidates allows us to build relationships and create candidate pools for future vacancies. LinkedIn also supports our employer branding initiatives and helps us to build our own personal brand. In the next few slides, we'll be explaining how we use a LinkedIn tool called LinkedIn Recruiter to help us do some of the things that I mentioned, and how you can optimize your LinkedIn page to show up in our searches. And I'll pass it to Nikki.
Hi, everyone. So how to stand out on LinkedIn. I'll be going over a few steps. So on next slide, please. So first of all, there's a few ways you can spruce up your LinkedIn to help you stand out. So complete your profile, but remember it's not your resume. So add a headshot, a catchy headline, and a summary. Add examples of your work, use visual media, request and give recommendations, and stay active. You can also add your industry, any relevant job titles in your summary. Recruiters love keywords, and we might be using the industry that you're working in, so make sure that that aligns with that. Noting in your headline and summary that you're looking for new opportunities, as well as setting your LinkedIn to open to new opportunities, will help you and your profile gain more traction. You can adjust this in the settings and privacy section of your profile. We don't recommend uploading your resume to your LinkedIn profile. More of that LinkedIn is a way to highlight your accomplishments and the impact you've made. So if you worked on a certain campaign that had high engagement rates, make sure to share that. Try adding media to your profile, for example, links to your portfolio, YouTube videos, infographics, or projects you've been involved in. Try to make your profile media rich. So next slide. Awesome. So here we've got my lovely LinkedIn here. And so a really fun way to make your LinkedIn different is to make your URL personalized. So here I've got my name, and you can make yours more personal. So you can do that. It just makes it easier to find your profile, and this is how you do it. To edit your custom URL, go to your profile. On the top, you'll see edit profile and URL. It just makes it more personal all around. All right, and I know I mentioned to add media. So how do you do that? So you're going to go to the add section button, and then you're going to click on featured. And then under that, you'll be able to add media, any docs, presentations, links to portfolios, things that get the point across on what you're doing and how you do it.
Thanks, Nikki. Okay, so now that you've seen how to best optimize your LinkedIn pages, I'll be showing you some ways that you can show up in our searches from a recruiter's perspective. So as we mentioned earlier, we use a tool called LinkedIn Recruiter. It's a platform for finding, connecting, and managing candidates. And it's a great way to find candidates who aren't necessarily familiar with our brand, but just open to hearing about new opportunities. So when you're thinking about updating and improving your own profiles, it's helpful to understand what we as recruiters are searching for and how you show up in our searches. So when we're looking to hire an individual for active, ready to fill roles, we'll often reach out first to candidates who have shown that they're looking for new opportunities. Of course, you can have this written in your headline, but you can also have this on your LinkedIn profile. when we search for candidates who are open to new opportunities, they show up in a specific group of search results. It's important to note your current employer will not be able to see this, but recruiters from other companies will. So how do you do this? Nikki mentioned this briefly, but we have this shared here. You go into your privacy settings from the Me tab on your homepage. You then scroll down to job seeking preferences, where you can actually click off that you are open to new opportunities. So once you've completed that, you can actually take it a step further and be more specific with what it is that you're looking for. If you go to your profile page, you will see a box titled Open to New Opportunities. You can then click on the pencil edit button in the right corner, and you will be brought to a window where you can specify the types of jobs that you're looking for. So here you can choose everything from the job title, to the location, through to the type of contract that you're looking for. And there's also now a remote work option that can really open up more opportunities, as companies are now looking to hire remotely more and more. And then this is overall a great way to put yourself on the radar of a recruiter. So when we're talking about searching for talent, we as recruiters are looking for individuals that align with the profile, the job titles, the key skills, and the competencies that we're looking for. Through LinkedIn Recruiter, we're actually able to create Boolean strings to search different phrases and keywords that find the talent that matches our criteria. So for example, if I'm looking for a junior marketing professional that has done some copywriting and event planning, I may use a string like this one that is on the slide. So that would be looking at marketing or digital marketing, and coordinator or assistant or intern, and copywriting or event planning. So we would search this in the back end, and this will show profiles that have any of these keywords and phrases in their LinkedIn. And it doesn't just take into account your most recent experience, but it scans your full profile. This is why, again, it's so important to have a complete LinkedIn page, have your key responsibilities and skills outlined in your work experience section, as well as the industry that you want to work in. If you're targeting a specific industry or a company, it's really helpful if you look at the keywords and the terminology that that company is using in their job descriptions and reflect that in your own profile. And as you do more research or apply for more jobs, you'll find that similar industries use similar terminology or keywords. I want to note, this is not to be mistaken for over embellishing your experience. It's just really about aligning your experience with the language that is used by companies you're wanting to work for. The recruiters are likely to be searching these terms included in their job posts, and then you're more likely to show up in their search. So I just want to show you this slide to emphasize how many different types of searches there are on LinkedIn Recruiter. It is so important to have a complete and detailed profile, as the search can pick up on any of these things and flag your profile to the recruiter. And I'll now pass it off to Angie for how to network on LinkedIn.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, now that you've built your LinkedIn profile, let's talk a little bit about how to use LinkedIn to just really network and and use it in that capacity. So what I really love about networking on LinkedIn is that there's really no pressure to have a conversation in person. It's all about, sharing posts or commenting on others. And so you have an opportunity to really think about what you want to say and do that in more of a meaningful, quality way. Okay, next slide. So it's all about building connections. The way I like to start off with this is really connect with people that you know. So, the other peers that you go to school with, you're in your program, maybe you're working on projects together. It's really nice to be able to be connected with each other, especially as they're working on different projects or maybe doing different courses or competitions, and you can comment on what they're doing. The other thing I love to do is then start branching out and reaching out to or connecting with people that might be at other companies that you might be interested in talking to. So for example, you could connect with any one of the recruiters here and look at all the companies that are in, maybe your like where you'd like to work and reach out and see who works there. In my next slide, I'm actually going to show you where you can do that. when you're sending a connection request, my recommendation is to always personalize it, right? I mean, we recruiters meet and talk to so many people all the time. So if we have an opportunity to meet with you today, like let us know and remind us of that. Like, oh, I met you at, that hackathon, and I'd love to stay in contact with you. And if you haven't met them, it's okay to say that too. I haven't had a chance to actually speak with you in person, but I'd love to see if we could have a coffee chat and maybe talk about opportunities that are, that your company might have. Always try to personalize it. I find that anytime I've personalized a connection request, I'm more likely to get a response. Yeah, and then the other thing I always like to touch on is if anybody ever makes a connection request with you or sends you an email or some sort of outreach, like definitely get back to them. You never know when you'll want to be in touch with them again, right? So if a recruiter reaches out to you, even to say, hey, thank you for reaching out. I'm not looking for something right now, but I'd love to stay in contact for the future. We love to hear that. It doesn't at all, tell us that we don't want to talk to you in the future. We will love to talk to you at some point because everyone grows and evolves in their career. So it's really nice to stay in contact with people. And I always like to say the goal is to really build a quality network, not necessarily one based on quantity. You don't need to be connected to everybody, but reach out to those that you think you're interested in seeing what they're talking about, and or maybe hiring managers of companies that you want to work at. Perfect. Yeah, so I mentioned this earlier. So the best way to find people at companies that you're wanting to connect with is search for those companies. So I use Hootsuite here as an example. Search Hootsuite, you'll see how many employees work there. You can click on that, and then you can search from there. You can look for recruiters. You can look for whether it's software development managers or whatever, but you'll be able to see the people that are working there. It's always nice also to follow the company. So then on your feed or your wall, you'll be able to see, what is Hootsuite posting about? They could be posting about jobs. They could be posting about new projects that are coming up or new tools that they've released. And then when you're making those connection requests with hiring managers, you can use that information. You can say, oh, I saw that you are coming out with a new product in this space. I'd love to learn more about it. That's something that we tend to do when we're looking at your profiles. Like we might talk about, I see that you participated in this coding competition, or I see that you've worked at this company, and I'd love to hear more about that. So feel free to do the same thing when you're reaching out to people. Yeah, and so, you can also follow groups or join groups. You can follow hashtags, and then again, all of that will come up on your feed, and then it'll give you an opportunity to comment, like posts, and basically interact with your network in a way that makes sense for you, right? Whatever catches your attention, and you'll have that opportunity to really be thoughtful about your replies and what you actually want to comment on. And then, the other thing is just posting content yourself or resharing some posts. I know some of the ones that I've loved to see myself is sometimes, with these hackathons or, what you participated in, you could share a post about that. You could give a high five to the colleagues that you worked with on this hackathon. Again, I will say that as a recruiter, that catches my attention when I'm seeing you post about that kind of stuff. I might actually want to reach out to you and say, hey, we should catch up. Like, tell me about that competition you just participated in. So that's, something that you can use. You can even talk about some of the programs or projects that you're working on. Again, giving accolades maybe to some of the other people that you've worked with on projects. Those kind of things catch your attention all the time. So yeah, so just to recap, build those meaningful connections, really, reach out and send connection requests to people that you really do want to network with. Join groups, follow hashtags, and then engage with people on their posts, ones that attract your attention and make sense to you, and then share your own content and reshare posts when you have that opportunity as well. Perfect.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up. Thank you, everybody. Bridget, do you want to head us off to the group, or?
Oh, you're on mute there.
gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, I will get that together for you. Sorry.
I have it here too.
Stick it in the chat. Here we are. So now we'd like to invite you all to join us at this Google Meet room. We're going to break out into little breakout rooms, and then we'll be available to answer any questions that you might have come up with throughout our presentation. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.